See? You thought I'd be gone from the channel. Hell no, okay? This is my main channel, okay? I love Re Gaming with all my heart. But this is the channel I started off on. So this is the channel I shall continue on. It's just that work and different things get me, Anyways, today I'll be the goal of this video today is to compare these two phones. This is the phone I recently got, by the way. This is a Samsung Galaxy A54 5G, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of internal storage. A very awesome phone. This is where I do all my work on, all my editing, every single thing. And this is the iPhone 11, the standard one. This has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. I mainly use this phone. I mainly just got this phone for making calls and just for light social media like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, and that's basically it. I made a list talking about the different things that the different things I noticed between the two phones, right? And I've had this phone for about almost 2 years now. At the end of this year should be 2 years, and I've had this phone for about 3 weeks. So this phone has got its fair usages and everything. So let me see. The first on the top of the list where I will compare, because you might think, oh, comparing a phone that has 64GB to a phone that has 256, 8GB of RAM, 4GB of RAM, it might not be fair. And you're right, it might not be fair, but these are the two phones that I have. It's not like if I'm comparing the 15 Pro Max to the S24 Ultra. Anyways, the first thing is animation / transition effects, etc. Right? I do love, and I will show footage as I talk, but I do love the animations I do like the animations on the Samsung, and for a time that's all I got used to ever since I started off on my very first Samsung, which would be the J1 Mini. I love the animations for Samsung, as the updates going up. Yeah, I like it. But then this came into play. The iPhone, I am telling you, Apple does something with their animations that just blows my mind. Let me describe it to you. The subtle ways that you turn on and off the flashlight, the speaker animation on the iPhone, the different things, the little things that get me, Plus, what I noticed about the iPhone is that this Samsung phone right here has 120 Hz refresh rate. It is buttery smooth. Let me see if I can show you right here. This phone is buttery smooth. It is. It might not say properly on the camera, but this phone is buttery smooth. This phone right here, the iPhone, has a 60 Hz refresh rate, so it'll be slow. It's slow. It really is slow compared to this. But believe me, the animations more than enough make up for it. I am telling you. The animations on the Samsung are smooth and fast, but this isn't smooth or fast. This is buttery smooth. And the iPhone takes the cake for the animation. So the second thing on my list is the battery life, and that is a big thing. Right now, I really should have time to see how many. I really should have set a timer to see, how much. How long does the battery last on each phone. I should have, but I didn't. Anyways, right now the battery percent on the Samsung is 72%, and the battery percent on the iPhone is 100% because I literally just charged it before recording this video. But yeah, the Samsung, I have an official Samsung Galaxy. Let me see if I have it. I have an official Samsung Galaxy charging brick, a fast charging brick that charges the phone very fast. Like, it charges the phone fast, right? But the iPhone charges very fast. In terms of the battery life, the iPhone, I got straight off the topic just now. The battery life for the phone, which one takes the cake? The Samsung takes the cake for the battery life. This battery lasts a very, very long time. It lasts more than a day. But then the battery also varies on what you're doing with the phone. Because if I'm at home and the Wi-Fi is not on, if I'm not using Wi-Fi, both phones last a very long time off of a very good charge. But the Samsung, if I'm using a Wi-Fi and playing games or watching videos or whatever, or editing or doing work or whatever on the Samsung, it lasts a very long time. But on the iPhone, I am telling you, this phone right here, This particular model, I don't know if the other models, the 11, are better, which they should be, but this, not using Wi-Fi and just making calls and texting people and playing some very light games from the App Store will keep the battery good, right? And I don't even use the what's it called? I don't even use the power saving mode, the low power mode on the iPhone that much, unless it reaches 20%. I'm at work and I don't have my charger with me and I have to wait until I come home. But the iPhone is like the battery on this is abysmal. It's stupid, and I don't really like the battery life on this phone. As of right now, I'm not really using it, and it's still at 100%, and I like it. But believe me, when I start to do things on this phone that consumes a lot of data and Wi-Fi and stuff, it drains. Especially when I'm at work and I have Wi-Fi at work, the battery for this iPhone drains. Oh gosh, I really don't. I really don't like how it drains on the iPhone. So the Samsung has the best battery life. On comparing the phones, the Samsung has the best battery life. After that, I have file management, storage management, etc. It is very easy on the Samsung. It is very easy on the Samsung to just simply go into. Let me see if I can do it right here. Go into this. Go into files. Scroll to the bottom. And you can go into manage storage at the bottom right here. And you can see all the different things in your storage taking up space. Or you can simply swipe up and go into your settings. And find your storage at the bottom right there. And that's it. You can manage, you can delete, you can do whatever. On the iPhone, there's a widget right here that I had to download from an app from the App Store that keeps track of the storage for me. Because I know it's 64, so I'm literally managing the storage for this all the time. But file management and storage management on the iPhone compared to the Samsung takes the cake. Because, like I said, I've just been using this phone for like 3 weeks or so. And I'm telling you, I had issues trying to move files over to another folder, renaming files. I had an issue just the other day at work trying to delete some files and I couldn't delete it for some stupid reason. And in terms of other people using iPhones have that same issue. And this isn't a fake iPhone, this is a real iPhone. But like the Files app, I literally just it's weird. I still trying to navigate. Look at this thing. I'm still trying to navigate. I'm still trying to understand up to now. I didn't even have this game. I didn't even have this phone for a full month. And I'm still trying to understand the file management system on iPhone. Another thing we have to talk about is application store, which has the best store to download apps and games, which has the best experience and different things like that. Is it the App Store or is it the Play Store? Which one do you think takes the cake on this one? The answer is simple, my friends. It's the App Store. It could be because the App Store logo is just blue. And my favorite color is blue. But what it boils down to is that the App Store has a bunch of apps that isn't tethered to this region, I should say. Let me explain. There's Apple Arcade. There are games that I would have to download a VPN on the Samsung to get. Chances are, if I'm looking for a game on this and it's not in my location, it's not in my region, I can simply just go onto the App Store itself and find it. Look at this. It's already advertising Asphalt 8 Plus for Apple Arcade, which I will not get. But it has a lot of games. Look at this. Tennis. It has a lot of games that I would have to get a VPN for the Samsung that I don't have to get here for this. For example, I'm pretty sure Minion Rush isn't on the Play Store. Let me make a quick check and see to prove my point. Minion Rush on the Play Store. Let me see if it's here. Look at this. Look at this. A perfect example. I typed in Minion Rush and it's not showing up here on the Play Store. I didn't even have to type in anything, and it's already right there for me to download. Right there, if you can see properly, it's right there for me to download. Here, it isn't even popping up here in the Play Store, but it's right here on the App Store. You see what I'm talking about? So the App Store takes the cake for the best application store. Charging speed. This is a big man. I officially, let me see. I have the official Samsung Galaxy fast charging brick. This is the one that I have to buy separate. For some reasons, phones these days are not coming out with the charger in the box. But in terms of the charging speed, which one you think is the cake? It is the iPhone. The iPhone 11 charges, I don't have an official charger for the iPhone 11. I've been using the official charging cable for the iPhone. Let me see if I have it right here. I've been using the official charging cable for the iPhone, which, if you can see properly, if it will focus, is the lightning cable. Right then, connected to USB Type-C, to this, into the wall, and the iPhone 11 charges very, very fast. I'm talking, like, if this phone were to shut down at 0%, which I never allowed it to, if the phone is at like 5%, and it's like, oh shoot, I need to charge quick, I plug in the phone, I kid you not, 30 minutes later, it done on to 87%. I was like, damn, I did notice the phone would slow down when it's charging. When the phone reaches 98%, 97%, it slows down a bit. But this phone charges very fast. If I want a quick charge out to this, I'd have to wait an hour and a half or so to get a decent charge. But with this, I'm telling you, this charges very fast. And I think this phone also supports, what's it called? Wireless charging, which is literally the very first device that I have that has wireless charging. This charges fast, but this charges super fast. Once again, you will not understand what I'm saying unless you have these two right here. Unless you have a Samsung and an iPhone, you will understand what I'm trying to say. This charges way faster than this. It charges way faster. Way, way, way faster. And the next thing I have to talk about is the virtual assistant. Now, this is something very interesting. And I can just show you right now. Hey Google, what day is it today?
Today is Friday, July 5th.
All right. Hey Siri. What date is it today?
It's Friday, July 5th, 2024.
Okay, good. Here's where we get a little bit technical. Hey Google, what is the plot from Mario vs. Donkey Kong?
According to Wikipedia, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a 2004 puzzle platform game developed by Nintendo Software Technology and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy Advance.
Hey Siri. What is the plot from Mario vs. Donkey Kong?
I found this on the web.
You see that? Google shows you. Google shows you right there as you see it before it was gone. Google, there are some things that you can ask Google and it will just speak every single thing for you. Every single thing. Siri, on the other hand, it activated, will just show you a link and say, here's what I found. Or sometimes, some specific questions wouldn't say a thing, but just say, And then I would ask the question and then Siri would just show the link to the website. And don't tell me nothing. Be like, here, do it yourself. Google will do literally almost everything for you. Siri, on the other hand, would, it didn't activate. Siri, on the other hand, would, it activated at time. Would, like, you see what I'm talking about? My next point that I need to point out is multitasking. In terms of multitasking, I really like, in terms of multitasking, the Samsung takes the cake compared to the iPhone. Why? Because I can open 3-4 different windows on this phone and the phone would not slow down. I'm still getting used to this iPhone, and I'm not sure if there's a feature where I can use more apps on the screen at the same time, unless there's picture-in-picture mode where I swipe up and the app shrinks down in a small window in the corner. I seen you to do it like once or twice. And for example, on this phone, I can use Netflix, as you can see right there, HBO Max or whatever. Swipe up and then come out to the app, but it minimizes in a very small window in the corner right there, and I can do whatever I want. I can open 3 other different windows and still listen and watch whatever I am doing in the top corner or whatever corner the app is. So multitasking in this phone does a lot compared to this phone. Once again, this phone could probably multitask also, but I only have this phone for 3 weeks, and so far I've not found a way that I can properly multitask on this phone, do more things, do more than 2 things or 1 thing on this phone at the same time compared to this. So multitasking on Androids, I really love it. Especially on this phone, I love it. I love it so much. The sound quality, microphone, speaker, voice notes, notification, jingles, things like that. It goes to the phone. It goes to the iPhone. I really, really, really love the jingles and notifications and stuff. Whenever I first got this phone, as soon as I first got this phone, I hooked up the Wi-Fi and I transferred all the WhatsApp stuff from this phone to this phone. Ding, 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 ding. Like it, I like it, and the way how the notification pops down and blurs a little bit and pops up back, I like it. I really do. I really, 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 really do. So the jingles and all the ringtones and different stuff, plus the classic iPhone ringtone, you can't get any better than that. It goes to the iPhone. I really like the sound quality and all that to the iPhone. The sound quality, speakers and all things goes to this. Voice notes, especially on voice notes on this phone compared to this. Voice notes on the iPhone sound so crisp. Oh gosh, I don't know what Apple doing. But voice notes on this phone is way better than on this phone. It sounds clearer. The sound quality on videos sounds clearer. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it sounds clearer on this phone than on the Samsung. I really love it. In terms of durability, I can drop this phone and feel good doing this. I can drop this phone right now, and the back is glass. It can break. The phone protector can crack. The camera is exposed. It's not covering the screen protector is not covering the camera. iPhones are notoriously getting more expensive. Every year you're basically paying thousands and thousands of dollars in American dollars, and in Guyana every year you're basically spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every year for a big piece of glass that if you drop it, because I guess some people out there that don't like using phone cases with iPhones, especially, if you drop it, it's done. How iPhone users feel when they drop the phone and then they walking around, still rocking the phone with that big crack in the middle here. The phone screen got the big crack going up and down, and they're still using the phone perfectly. No, I don't like that. This phone, in terms of durability, I love this phone. And the camera, I'm not a camera guy. This is a very last point. I'm not a camera guy, but the camera quality on the iPhone compared to the Samsung, I can tell you right now, the Samsung takes the cake. It does. It really does. The camera quality on this is good. I must admit, it's good. But compared to the camera quality on compared to the camera quality on the Samsung, you can't beat the two. The Samsung has better camera quality than this. This shines in camera quality in some ways. This shows some details that this doesn't, and this does some color correction with the saturation, the sharpness, and the brightness and everything compared to this. And this has some points over this. I'm not a camera person, so I know how to properly do this, do the two or what. I don't know. But at the end of the video, which this is, I need to say this. I like both of these phones. I love both of these phones, the Samsung and the iPhone. Both do things differently. Some has advantages than others in different ways. They're always like this. They're never like this, but they're always like this. So if you understand what I'm trying to say. Once again, this is not a video to say who's the best. You can do that in the comment section if you want. But this is simply a video talking about how this phone has things over this phone and how this one has things over this phone. I'm just citing the differences between this whole point of this video is just to cite the differences between both of these phones. I like both of them. That's it for the video. Might be a little longish, but yeah. I'll see you guys on another awesome video. But yeah.